Okay, a quick overview video of what my thoughts are on artificial intelligence. I think what's brought to light artificial intelligence to me is actually the work that this guy's done. Elon Musk through Tesla, and me owning the Tesla has made me understand exactly where we are. And I guess first define like what is artificial intelligence, and of course what can it do, good or bad. Well, artificial intelligence, if you want to really get down and look at some things that are real basic that you've had for years now, I'd say an anti-lock braking system. I am 47 years old, and I remember back in 1992 when I had to convince people selling me cars that I really did need an anti-lock brake system. Because back then, hardly any cars, especially Hondas, I was trying to buy a Honda Civic that had an anti-lock braking system. I only could get one specific model, and it was hard to find. It was an EX version of the Civic in 1992, the four-door sedan. The two-door coupe didn't even have it. But I realized that you don't necessarily need this stuff unless or you're about to get into a crash, and then you need it. And it's artificial intelligence because it's computers doing something that no human could do and better than any human could do. Uh, Keeping the brakes from locking. No human could do what that car could do. I remember testing it on snow and ice in 1992. There's just no way. I could not compete. I would spin the car out. I'd crash into a ditch somewhere. That's what would happen, no matter, even if I did my best effort. So that's artificial intelligence, and it's creeping into our lives slowly over time. Our smartphones, we're carrying them around. They're enabling a lot of this communications with cameras, and big data is really pushing things. Big data is really pushing things. And here, if you think about it, anybody who's involved in tech, and really that's anybody with a job these days, because everybody's job is related to tech, is really building systems. Building systems that we think right now have to be done by humans, but you know what? Pretty soon they're going to be done by computers. They're going to do it better, just like computers can do braking in your car better than you can. And they could do it back in 1992 and even before that if you had an early system. So we're designing all these systems basically to hand everything off to the computers. That's what's happening. I'm absolutely certain of that. And if you haven't thought about that, you should consider that because it's not going to be too long where we can hand all these systems off to the computers. And the problem that Elon Musk has brought up and others are denying is that we need to regulate this before it becomes a problem. Because what's going to happen is these computers, and I think it says in this Fortune article, may start realizing, which they will realize at some point, that guess what? They can do almost everything better than humans. And anti-lock brakes is just one example, okay? Because it's going to infiltrate into every aspect of our lives soon because of the exponential growth of technology, computing power, data, and cost reduction of these things. It's going to be everything's going to be done better by computers. They're going to realize they don't need humans anymore, and in fact, they don't have the emotional problems that humans have, and indecisiveness problems, and making wrong choices problems, because they'll always do it right. At least assuming they were programmed right or programmed themselves right, which let's face it, computer programs will do things a lot better and consistently than your average human. They just will, unfortunately, and that's the real issue that we're going to have to deal with. Okay, so they may realize that this is saying exterminate humans. Okay, but I mean, because they can do facial recognition, they can do all this big data stuff that Tesla's getting. Because I'm giving Tesla big data with my car, driving it around with all these sensors and cameras. Google's got all kinds of data on you from browsing the web. Your cell phone provider's got all these data and camera images, and who knows what. The government's probably watching everything you're doing. Okay, there's no more hiding stuff. You've got to be transparent, and because you're transparent, the computers and the systems and everything is developing and will be developed in AI, machine learning is going to know all this stuff. So let me know your thoughts. Do you agree with this? Do you disagree? Have you thought about it before? And is this making you thinking about it? Let's go over to this other article here about Google's person. They're saying Google's artificial intelligence chief thinks Elon Musk's fears are overblown. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think that Google is a competitor of Tesla. Google is collecting big data just like Tesla is doing now with their cars. Actually, Google wasn't collecting big data until they started until October 2016 when they put all the AP2 hardware on, but they have been since, and they're way ahead of any other auto manufacturer. They're probably ahead of Google in what they're doing with self-driving, honestly. So anyway, I'm not worried about the AI apocalypse. I don't know. I don't know about this at all. I would be concerned that, like Elon Musk has said, we need to take a proactive approach. Legislators and lawmakers need to take a proactive approach with all this, not a reactive approach, which is typical, because a reactive approach will almost guarantee we're going to have problems where computers are going to learn so much, they will be so far ahead of us. Here's the thing. When they start to learn and become effective at learning as humans, which they will if they haven't already. I'm sure they have in some private settings that we don't know about and are not being widely publicized. But once they do, they're going to learn at an exponential rate, just like technology has been developing at an exponential rate. They're going to know so many things. They're going to trick us. You know, it's not going to be like you're looking at an ad over here that's following you because you clicked on something one time, a Louis Vuitton thing, and now this Louis Vuitton thing is following you on the internet. It's not going to be obvious like that. It is now on some of the things because they're old generation. But the newer generation, as you know, things improve. You're not going to realize what the computers are doing to you. They're going to be so much smarter than us. We're going to have things in place ahead of time. That's my main concern. I'm not afraid. I'm not saying run for the hills and get off grid and do whatever to try to avoid this, because there's not going to be any avoiding it. And there's going to be so many benefits to it. You're not going to want to avoid it. But we just need to make sure that we stop computers from outwitting us and deceiving us. That's the real issue. Okay, just like humans will deceive other humans, as you know, unfortunately, computers will do a way better job of it than you can ever imagine. That's the problem. That's what needs to be controlled. I think one of these things, or is it one of these things mentioned is in this article, I think it is, that AI is not just anti-lock brakes, right? Here, people don't set your insurance premiums anymore. And if you can't get a loan, it's because an AI-based system denied it, not a human. These things are all outside of human hands already, and it's going to be everything. Everything. Don't think, oh, it's going to be way down the road. I'll be dead by then. You won't. If you're watching this now, you're going to be alive. And humans are going to be living a lot longer. That's a whole other video I got to make. A lot longer because of this. Is another benefit of the technology. But unless you purposely shorten your life, to try to do yourself in, you're going to be around. So you're going to want to know what's going on here. And hopefully some of the warnings that Elon Musk has been sending out are going to, hit home with people, are going to be listened to. And it's not just Elon Musk. Others have also, there's other people that are futurists and other folks involved in AI, machine learning, the AI takeover, all this. We're so close to it right now, and it's already infiltrated a lot of areas that we don't even know about. If you're really in the know and you really know more about this, please give me some comments below. I want to hear from people that really know about some of this stuff, what's going on. I don't want to hear from people who say it's not going to happen, because I think we're beyond that now. We're already into it. So I don't want to hear from naysayers and deniers. I want to hear from people who are really in the know. If you know somebody who is in the know, get them to watch this video. Get them to make some comments. I want to get the conversation going. I want to find out what is really happening out there and what we can really do, like real practical things here that can be done in the short term to ensure that this is going to be safe and productive for humans and benefit everyone in society, rather than only a few, or of course exterminate most of society. That's what we don't want. So sorry to sound the alarm on this, but we definitely need to be looking into this, and I'll be making more videos about this in the near future as things develop. Thanks for watching.